Hi y'all, it's me. I'd like to share with you a mini book that I've just created out of a sheet of paper. It's a double-sided sheet of paper, and it was really quick to put together. I thought it'd make a nice gift to give to a grandparent or anybody, really. It's just a nice thing you can even carry in your purse if you don't over-embellish it, and you'll see what I mean in a second. I also am going to do a little tutorial to show you how to do it if you're interested in making one, and also this will be in a swap that's coming up at my scrap room, so you'll need to know how to make one. I know the measurements will not be the same, so don't pre-make one until you know what the requirements are. But anyhow, let me show you mine. I use this sheet of paper here. It's from Lost and Found collection by My Mind's Eye, and it's called Lovely. And it is a double-sided cardstock. That's what you want to use. It just makes this project a lot easier and quick to put together. So that's the one I used. Now let me show you what I've created. Here's my little mini. It's really cute. It's small, but it holds a lot of pictures, so don't be fooled by its size. And I used a few pieces of scrap paper for mats, which you'll see in just a moment. So basically, I'll walk you through this. I went ahead and punched these out with a punch that I have, and I punched the heart out and glittered it to match the collection. I added some seam binding for the tie closure, and if you see the back here, I used a Martha Stewart punch to cover up the seam binding so you wouldn't see it. You can do that or not, or change it, or however you want to do it. Down here I have a cluster of flowers, and they're all from different places. Prima, Misty, Shabby Beautiful, Halud, and Recollections. So it's a little bit of everybody. I added some beads, and then I added a small butterfly down in there, a punch that I did, and I glittered as well. I don't think you could see it well right there. And then I used the Martha Stewart rose leaf punch and put some leaves around. So really simple, not a lot of over embellishing. It's pretty flat. And so then you untie this, and as I said, there's a lot of places for photographs, and this will be the first one right here. You can put a nice large photo there if you choose. You can also put one here as well, and you can put one here as well. Now this was done with a Spellbinder's die, which I embossed with a what's her name? Anna Griffin Cuttlebug folder. Really beautiful embossing. And so I'll get to the rest of that later, but right now you'll look over here and there's a little pocket, so another picture can go here. And then you can pull out the tag that I stamped on. It says "You're in my heart," and I added the lines and the other stamping on here as well. And that slips right back into that little pocket there, so it's another opportunity for journaling or photo. And then when you flip this side open here, you have this middle section, which I cut this heart out and I embossed it as well and added the glitter to it. And I put a belly band across here, and this is a piece of a doily that's wrapped on the other side, which you'll see in a moment. And so you could put a picture technically there if you didn't do it this way. However you want to do it. You don't have to have a belly band if you don't want one. It's just the way I wanted to do this. You can add a photograph here. You can add a photograph here, and you can add another one here. So there's like still how many? I don't know, a lot of photos. When you open this up, you can either use these two sections for photos. Mine has a line journaling on it, so I figured it would be great for journaling, and it was stamped because of you. I added some bling and another stamp right here. So that's basically how that goes. And then the middle section here lifts up, and you can see there's another Spellbinder's die with the embossing and a bow here from seam binding, and there's the doily that was folded over on the other side. And then down here I added a banner, the little cherubs holding a banner, and I used I think this was a My Favorite Things die and also the Stampin' Up punch for the banner, and then bling and just again the mats. So there's photos like everywhere. So as you can see, it has great potential. There's you could theme it anything you wanted. This paper was so pretty and it just made me think about love, so that's why I did it this way. You can fold it where this flap goes under this one like I did, or you can have it this way. You know, you can come up with your own ideas. I'm just showing you the one that I did. So let me get this off to the side, and I will excuse me, I will quickly show you how I put this whole thing together, which you probably figured it out already because it's just one sheet of paper. It's not any rocket science to it. So anyhow, let me move that over, and then I will bring out my scoreboard. Excuse me. I'm using a sheet of 12 by 12 that's double-sided, so you want to keep that in mind when you're choosing your paper, is because the way you fold it the design could technically go upside down. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score it at 4. Let me use this one. 4 and 8. So now you have 3 sections. You're going to do a quarter of a turn, and you're going to score it at 6. And then you're going to come back to this square right here, this rectangle, and you're going to score it at 3. And you're only going to score it to that first score line, not any further. So just go to the 3 right there. Just stop right there. So basically that's all you're going to be doing with a scoreboard. You are going to be cutting away a section, and it will be where you've divided this one in half, skip the next rectangle, and come down to this bottom rectangle right here. We're going to remove this one. So I will cut that out. I'm using scissors, but of course you want to use a trimmer or do a better job than I'm doing. I'm just rushing so I can film it. And do it, like I said, do a better job than I'm doing. I'm just kind of rushing. I got to trim out a little more. It wasn't straight. Anyhow, so that's going to be your first cut. So there you have it. This is the one you divided by 3, and then there's the one you cut out. Now you're going to cut a straight line right here to this score line, to the middle. So it's the one between the one you split in half, right there. Just like that. Now you're pretty much done. Just want to fold all your score lines. Be sure to use your bone folder and take your time with this process. It's not rocket science. So now I've folded all my score lines. And so this will be that first flap that I did. Now you could make this into a pocket as well if you just wanted to put a pocket here, and so you would seal these 2 edges, and then you'd have a pull out, and you still could have a photo here and here, or you could just leave it like I did where it folds up like that. So that's the first section. That's the middle section, which it's just that, nothing else. And now you have this last section on the right here, and for the piece you cut out, basically all you want to do is you want to fold it in half, but you don't want to necessarily, don't make it even. Leave about a 1/2 of an inch to at least a 1/4 of an inch over, well, hold on a minute, let me think. I lied. Go ahead and, I'm going to do it this way. Go ahead and make a match. Just fold it in half. Just forget what I said. I was thinking of something else. Okay, once it's folded in half, we're going to remove about a 1/4 or to a 1/2 an inch of just one section here, and you'll see what I mean. There's the half mark, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut off at least a 1/4 of an inch away of this piece here. So now it'll be where it's a little bit shorter than the one below it. Got that? Now I'm going to put on the piece that's extended out there, I'm going to put some score tape on there, just like that. You can use glue if you want to, but for the ease of the video, I'm just going to show you with score tape. And that piece is going to get adhered right down here like that. Right there. You want to make sure it's put down there, and you're going to fold that over, and that's going to create that flap pocket there. See that? Now you could leave this open like this and put a picture here and here, and then just have it fold like that, or you could do it a pocket just like I did with the other side. So if you want to do a pocket, I would suggest running a piece of score tape here and here. And of course I said don't, do a better job than me. I'm just kind of rushing through this one. And then close that down, and there you have your pocket right here, and then you just want to punch a half circle out so you'll have a way to pull that tag out. This tag, whatever you do for this tag, because it folds to the inside here, you don't want the tag extending bigger than the pocket. It has to be flush to that edge so that it won't interfere with the closing. And then you can choose to put that flap down first and this flap next, or the way I did it was this flap and this flap. However you want to do it's totally up to you. If you want to go smaller and make a small one, do the same thing with a 6x6 piece of paper. You would score it at 2 and 4. Is that right? 2 and 4? I think it's 2 and 4. Yep, 2 and 4. Turn it a quarter and score it at 3. And then cut and fold this exact same way that I showed you with the big one. So there you go. That's my mini. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can use this to create something special for someone you love. Have a good night, y'all. Bye for now.